Guys, and welcome to another episode of What's in the Box. So for this episode, I think we're up to episode 7 now, and in episode 6 we opened up a big package from Razer, from the guys at Razer. So within that box we had like a couple of keyboards, a couple of mice and stuff, but we also had the Razer Wildcat, which is like the controller that's for the Xbox One and for like Windows 10 devices. I think it also works with like Windows 8 and stuff, but you need to download some extra kind of like software and stuff for it. It's designed for esports, so it's sort of similar or comparable to like the Xbox One Elite controller or like a SCUF controller or those kind of things like the additional paddles and stuff on the back and kind of lightweight and blah blah blah. So in this video I'm going to be unboxing it, showing you what's inside there. It's just an unboxing. I'm going to do like description and stuff below. I'm also going to do like a review after I've used it a little bit and stuff. Now, this is actually the second one that we were sent. This isn't the one from the original video. The one in the original video, I opened it up, got it all set up and stuff, was having a little play with it, and found that one of the triggers, the right trigger on it, it was sticking just a tiny bit, and I think it was just like one of those things where you sometimes get like a faulty one or whatever. So I got in touch with the guys. They treated me like they would treat any customer. They instantly got a replacement sent out, sent someone to pick up the faulty unit. So they sent a new one. I've not opened it yet, so I can only presume that this one will now work. They all come like freshly sealed and stuff, so I guess we'll see. So we'll crack it open. We'll find out what's in it. I'm not bothered showing the box and stuff. If you want to see that, you can check out the previous video. So first up, we've got like the usual sort of like product leaflets and stuff. So I'm trying to be kind of mindful of the fact that my recording equipment is still like pretty crap, and if I hold something up and talk at the same time, it gets confused and doesn't pick up the sound. So if there's like weird gaps where I'm not talking and just holding something up, I'm not being a weirdo. It's just you won't be able to hear me anyway. So here's like, so you get like a cool like little note from the Razer guys saying about how like the controller's like special, blah blah blah, and like all like the social media links and stuff. You also get like the product information, like the user manual, the stuff that just all the stuff that like nobody ever reads anyway. Something I noticed in the previous one that I got in this as well, you get some like cool Razer stickers. It's just me being a little bit sad, but how cool are they? Like cool little Razer stickers. So anyway, you're not bothered in hearing about some stickers and stuff. So it comes in like a cool carry case. It was one of the things that I didn't actually realize about it until it arrived and I cracked open the previous one. But it's like a kind of like it keeps all the bits and stuff in. So it all zips. It's like it's like a hardened material. It's pretty lightweight and stuff, but like keeps it all safe and nice and stuff. Probably didn't keep the previous one safe with the trigger and stuff, but I think it's just one of those things. So I'm not gonna kind of like mark them down for that or anything as part of the review. I mean the service of them sending the stuff was pretty phenomenal. It got a replacement like the next day. So I'm not gonna knock them down for that. So here's what it looks like when you crack it open. So the controller looks quite standard when you first open it. It doesn't look like in the pictures on the website and stuff, which I was quite shocked at first until like I opened it and like investigated a little bit further. So I'm just going to run through all the stuff that's in it pretty quick, and then I'll kind of like do pictures and like a description and stuff below. So you get this little pack. So it's the accessory pack. You open it up, and on the inside it's got like instructions and stuff. And then within it, it has, you get a set of thumb grips and this, you get a little screwdriver thing. So I'll crack that open. So the thumb grips are optional. Now I did get to use these real quick before the sticking issue on the right trigger of the previous one became too much of an issue. Now, personally, I didn't find the grips made that much different. Just drop the screwdriver. So I found that the grips didn't make that much difference, or it didn't appear to from like the brief time that I was playing, but they do feel really nice. Don't know if like my rubbish camera picks that up, but they're actually like textured and stuff. And then you also get the screwdriver. So I'll explain what that's for in a minute. You also get these optional like sticky hand grips. So look kind of weird in that packet, but crack them open. I'll explain. So you get two of these. Essentially, they're optional, but kind of pointless if you don't use them. They stick around like where you hold. What I thought was quite neat about them was the pattern, the Razer logo that's on the controller as standard. It kind of carries over into the design, so you can kind of see that a little bit. The thing that I wasn't keen on about them in particular was you have to put them on yourself, so that leaves like kind of margin for error, and like I mean they're quite difficult and they're very sticky, so if you mess up the alignment on it, you're gonna be like faffing about it for ages, which is kind of like not too sure. I think I would have preferred it to have been like on a standard. I mean, if you're gonna be spending the extra money for a controller like this, it may as well just come already on there. But that's just personal preference, I think. Some people like to do that stuff themselves. Some people won't even want them, but that's just me. So, with the exception of the controller, the only other thing that comes in the box is a cable. Now, the cable is because it's a wired controller. It's not wireless. They don't have a wireless option for it. Now, I like wireless controllers. I prefer them. They're a bit of a pain, like having to recharge them or like swap batteries and stuff. But I don't know. I have a toddler and stuff, and then the whole like cable lined about everywhere can be a bit of a pain. But I know that's not an issue for everyone, and some people prefer it. But the point behind it was um, is to remove that sort of like latency, because it's designed for esports, so it's to get rid of that like millisecond or like fractions of a second of like delay between you pressing a button and the console picking it up. So so yeah, the only other thing in the box is the controller itself. Now, I'm gonna kind of like explain a couple of the features, and then I'll sort of try and point them out on the camera. So it has additional buttons on the back, and it also has two additional buttons on the top. Now you can assign these to any buttons on the controller you want. Initially, they're assigned as triggers, so the two on the right above the right trigger, the two on the left above the left trigger. You can reassign them. I think for the purposes of the review, I'll have kind of like a play about and stuff, but initially, I'm just going to keep them as standard. Um, so I'll try and get a close up of those. So those are the additional buttons on the controller. The other things to note about the controller that are different to like a standard Xbox controller, the main thing that's different is there's like a control panel at the bottom that's sort of like for when you've got your headset plugged in, it's like a quick control panel, so you're not like backing about with the cable and stuff. You just kind of like press a button and it mutes or whatever. Now that's just built in. There's no way of removing that. It's good in the sense that you know you can like mute stuff or whatever. It's bad if you want to like plug in you know the like chat pad thing. I don't have one of those, but I used to for the 360 and it was really handy. I've just not got around to like purchasing one for my Xbox One yet. But this it won't work with this. It just doesn't fit. But if you're doing like esports and stuff, it's not going to be an issue, which is what it's designed for. So you've got to kind of keep that in mind the whole time. The other features of the pad, the other thing that's different to a standard pad is it's got the trigger locks. Again, kind of thing that's on like a SCUF controller or the Xbox Elite. So it's those like little things on the back. So what they do, if you have them off, the triggers on the back, they operate as normal. They go the whole way down. If you flick it on, it removes that sort of the arc out of it. So if you switch them off for like racing games, so when you're accelerating, you've got that more like play to like for accelerating and braking and stuff. Wherever you're playing something like Call of Duty or like you know like a first person shooter or something, you'd switch them on so it's a more rapid sort of like firing response. The last thing to know about the pad really is that all the buttons are like increased sensitivity. So when I was playing it with it quick the other day with the other one, um, I noticed that I did keep accidentally knocking buttons because they're so sensitive. Now I think this is just something that's going to take a little bit of getting used to on my part because I'm kind of like clumsy with stuff, like in that sense that I'm like, oh, like you know, it doesn't matter if you slide touch something because what's it going to do, right? But with a Wildcat, and I presume it's going to be similar with other high end like or esports kind of controllers. The sensitivity on them is that high that you know you've got to be a lot more careful what you're pressing and stuff because it like really picks up those extra button presses. Um, so overall, you know, it's a lot more sensitive. It feels really comfy in the hands. You know, it's like a lot more ergonomically designed to fit in your hands. So my biggest problem with it, just from the way it looks and stuff, is more the optional hand grips. I think they should be already built in. You know, either fixed in or already stuck on the outside. But you know that's personal preference, and I think just as many people would prefer it to not be on there. So you know I can see why they've done it as an optional rather than as like a forced kind of thing. Um, my favorite thing about it is the carry case that it comes in. It keeps all the equipment together. You're not going to lose bits, and it just feels nice. It's a nice little touch to it. So I'm going to stick links and stuff in the description. I'll put the official like Razer description stuff. I'll take some pictures of the items individually, and also I'll take a picture with the all the grips and stuff on. Like I'm not going to faff while I'm on the video, but I'll make sure I put it all on. I'll take pictures, a few extra like initial like notes and stuff. Sorry, additional initial thoughts or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna do like the proper review after I've used it for a while. I'll keep mentioning in the review about like this is the second one. You know, I want to be completely open with the fact that the first one was damaged, but it was quickly replaced. Um, so that's pretty much everything from this episode. I am going to open like a couple of the other items that we were sent individually in this kind of like way. But this was like the main thing that I really wanted to have a play with and unbox and stuff for you guys. So thanks for watching. Leave comments below, feedback and stuff, anything that you like, don't like, blah blah blah. Anything you'd like to see us unbox or review, we'll see what we can do about it. And thanks for watching. Have fun. See you later.